Georgetown Tower information, Juliet, 2250 Zulu observation, wind 020 at 4, visibility 10, sky condition clear below 12,000, temperature 34, dew point 18, altimeter 3000, visual approach in use, arriving and departing runway 36.
Good evening, Georgetown ground. Skyhawk 18 Lima Whiskey is at Genesis. We'd like to taxi for a eastbound departure, and we have information Juliet.
November 18 Lima Whiskey, Georgetown ground, runway 36, taxi via Juliet Alpha Foxtrot Lima. Hold short of runway 36 on Juliet.
Taxi runway 36 via Juliet Alpha Foxtrot Lima. We'll hold short of 36 18 Lima Whiskey. Alright guys, we're doing some solo flying today. It's not my first solo flight, but it is going to be my first solo flight outside of the pattern. I'm going to go out to the east where our practice area is, do a little bit of maneuvers, but really the point of this is just to practice finding the airport by myself and all that good stuff.
Georgetown Tower information, Kilo is correct, altimeter 3000. November 18 Lima Whiskey, cross runway 36, turn right on Alpha, and Foxtrot Lima, cross runway 1129.
Alright, we'll cross runway 36 and Alpha Foxtrot Lima to 36, 18 Lima Whiskey.
Ground 8 Hotel Papa clear at Delta, going over to Aerojet.
November 8 Hotel Papa, Georgetown Tower, turn left on Alpha Charlie, and then Alpha 1 Aerojet.
Okay, would that be left here and then a right?
That's affirmative. Left on Alpha and then a right turn. That'll be Charlie taxiway right in front of Aerojet.
Okay, thank you.
Lima Whiskey and cross runway 1129.
Cross runway 1129, 18 Lima Whiskey. Alright, someone in the run-up area already. Doesn't seem... not moving. I'll just pull up next to him. And now he is moving.
Approaching runway 36.
Alright, we'll do a run up. Alright, trim for takeoff. Flight controls free and correct. Heading. Rudder set. Vertical speed 0. Been good, alright. And left mag. Good there. Bolts. Oil pressure, oil temp. Annunciator panel. Idle check. Okay. For departure review, we're going to rotate at 55 knots. We're going to climb out at 79 knots. We're going to be departing to the east. If we have an emergency during takeoff, if we have remaining runway, we will put it back down on the runway. If we don't have remaining runway, we will put it down somewhere safe. We've got about 30 degrees in either direction to get somewhere safe. If we're high enough, we'll try to turn around and get back to another runway. Alright, transponder to alt. Taxi light off. Landing light strobe on. And I was taxiing around with my flaps on, that's always fun. Alright. So when taxiing, the one's on file. Up here. Switch over to tower.
2201, November Zulu, Georgetown Tower, squawk 0254.
0254 for November Juliet.
Good evening, Tower, Skyhawk 18 Lima Whiskey, holding short of runway 36 at Lima for an eastbound departure.
Cessna 18 Lima Whiskey, Georgetown Tower, flight runway heading till advised, wind 3304, runway 36, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, and we'll fly runway heading until advised, 18 Lima Whiskey.
18 Lima Whiskey, minimum delay in departure traffic, Cessna on a close right base.
Alright, minimum delay in departure, 18 Lima Whiskey.
2201, November July, Georgetown Tower, report a midfield right downwind, runway 36.
Report midfield, right downwind, runway 36, November Juliet.
Alright, oil pressure, oil temperature, good. Airspeed, good. 55 and rotate. We're going to fly runway heading until tower tells us otherwise. Birds.
Cessna 77 Foxtrot on this pattern, make left close traffic, runway 36.
Left for 36, 775.
Cessna 18 Lima Whiskey, right turn out on course approved.
Right turn approved, 18 Lima Whiskey.
Moody 201 November Juliet, number 1 for the airport, runway 36, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 36, 201 November Juliet.
Alrighty, see some traffic there. That must be why he was holding me in the runway heading. Alright, so we're going to go out to the east, out towards Granger Lake. We just took off from Georgetown Airport here in Central Texas. Go out to the east to Granger Lake, just kind of fly around a little.
Town Tower 77 Fox.
Not really moving relative to you, it can be difficult to see them.
77 Foxtrot, Georgetown.
What is your name?
I can give you my initials, they're Mike November.
What is your name?
Thanks, Mike.
Oh boy.
Tower 7 Tango Golf, ready to go 36, northeast departure.
Bearing 47 Tango Golf, Georgetown Tower, turned right on course, wind 3603, runway 36, clear for takeoff.
36, clear for takeoff, 7 Tango Golf, see y'all in a little bit.
Okay.
Alright.
November 77 Foxtrot, did you actually need my name for paperwork or anything like that?
No, I just wanted to thank you.
No, I'm just one of the 5 guys here and a manager. It's no big deal. You come up here, we'll give you the work.
Thank you.
See you later. Frequency change, your discretion's approved, but don't have any more traffic for you.
77 Fox.
We have some really nice air traffic controllers here at Georgetown. I'm sure lots of airports do, but in my first solo, I was, flying around with my instructor for 3 touch and goes, and then I turn around and drop them off at the ramp, and then go back and do 3 solo touch and goes, and that's a weird enough pattern that our friends at Tower figured out what was going on, and they were extra helpful with winds and everything as I was doing my touch and goes, and at the end of it, he was nice enough when he was giving me taxi instructions to throw in a congratulations. So I sent him a note saying thanks, because he didn't have to do that, and it's a big milestone for someone going through training, and really kind of appreciated it. Sort of made my day. So and the truth is we got a lot of students here in the Georgetown airport, so I mean some pretty high percentage of his traffic is a bunch of people who don't really know what they're doing. At the same time, he's trying to keep us all safe. So it's got to be a kind of a stressful job at times with people making really wide or non-square patterns and not really listening to instructions or reading back things incorrectly and all that kind of stuff. So I think it's worth showing some appreciation. You got the chance. Alright, so that's Taylor. Kind of a cool view of it from the air here. So I've been talking about getting my pilot's license for 15 years, maybe more than 15 years. Actually almost went to a flight school instead of traditional college. And kind of every time I was thinking about it, there was some reason not to. So it was expensive, it takes a lot of time. I actually didn't realize how much time it was going to take when I got myself into it, but it takes a lot of time. There was always some reason not to do it, and my girlfriend, I think, finally got tired of me talking about it and not doing it, so she got me one of those discovery flights, you know, the first hits free kind of thing. They're gonna let you go up there, see what it's like, and obviously the sales tool, they're hoping you're gonna get hooked, and it worked. So I signed up for ground school, which is like the knowledge test prep. Did the knowledge test, been doing flight lessons since May, I think. And yeah, like I said, I see the light at the end of the tunnel as far as my check ride and everything. Taylor's there. I think we'll go around Granger Lake here and then head back to Georgetown. Do some touch and goes maybe. Ultimately, I'm kind of a pretty heavy utilitarian, so as much as I enjoy just kind of flying around, and I mean, there's like the views are just amazing, right? I mean, just kind of being above the ground, seeing some of this stuff, and in the plane that you're flying is just cool in itself. At the same time, being a utilitarian, I'm kind of more focused on, hey, let's do some, one-day trips. Quick trip up to Dallas. Dallas is now in a plane. Dallas is from Austin, within distance to just go up there, have dinner, or see a friend or whatever. A little bit different situation when it's 3 hours or 2.5 hours driving each way, but quick flight, no big deal. Plus it's cool, or weekend trips, being able to do sort of the last minute. Hey, let's go fly somewhere if a plane is available and want to go check something out. And I'm originally from up north. Got tired of the winters. No offense to those who are not tired, but I came down here and I've seen Austin and I've seen a couple of places in Texas, but there's a lot of cool things that I've read about, heard about, places I want to see in Texas, and Texas is big enough that those are not small trips. You kind of have to drive for quite a while to get there. So being able to fly to these different locations, check them out, I think is a cool idea. Now I'm in a Cessna 172, which take you quite a while to get any significant distance. As you can see, just going around the wake is taking a good amount of time. So ultimately, I'm looking at something else. Kind of got my heart set on a Cirrus. ultimately an SR-22, but for now I'm talking to a flying club that has an SR-20, and there's a flight school here at Georgetown that also has an SR-20 at Austin Executive. So that might be sort of step one, and then I'll have to figure out how I'll ever be in the SR-22 if I ever will be. But you know, that ground speed is significantly faster and makes a big difference as far as where you can reasonably go. You know, you're not going to go from New York to San Francisco, or if you do, you're going to have to stop a number of times, and it's going to take you the whole day. But you know, it's definitely a really cool airplane. It's right in that niche of you know, being fast enough that you can, you know, use it for cross country or a lot of cross countries, but not being so fast that you know, you got to build up a lot of hours before you can fly it. You should still build up a lot of hours before you fly it, but so it's not, you know, not like some of the faster planes, complex planes. Yeah, so visibility going west here is not going to be as great. It should make it fun to find the airport. But that's part of it, right? I mean, you're flying to, especially an airport you're not familiar with, and you've got there's a glare, and you got to deal with it. Yeah, I got some traffic low, I think. Yeah, traffic's very low. I don't know if he's crop dusting or what. That might be a UAV. The lake that kind of marks off the airport already, so it's not going to be that difficult. I'm not sure about though is distance. Make my radio call. Oh yeah, that is a diamond. Yeah, he's very low. Not sure why. Very low. Doing some pretty steep turns. Maybe he's doing maneuver like S-turns or turns around a point or something. I don't know, but I think I'd be higher than that if I was doing maneuvers. But, okay.
Terminal 257 Charlie Hotel, Georgetown ground, runway 36, taxi via Alpha 1, terminal ramp in Lima, cross runway 1129.
So I am going to put in Georgetown just because
Experimental 7 Charlie Hotel, squawk 0250.
I want the distance. To know my, I don't know what you think of my call. I'm going to try to not look at the ground track and cheat. Yeah, I'm already past my distance. Georgetown Tower, Skyhawk 18 Lima Whiskey is approximately 7 miles to the east, inbound for touch and goes.
Cessna 18 Lima Whiskey, Georgetown Tower, squawk 0252.
0252 on the squawk, 18 Lima Whiskey. If we're that close, I ought to be able to see the airport here.
Cessna 18 Lima Whiskey, do you want to hear the right downwind of runway 36 or set up directly to the right base, runway 36?
We'll take right base.
Cessna 18 Lima Whiskey, roger, set up right base, runway 36, report 2 miles east of the airport.
Alright, we'll report 2 miles, 18 Lima Whiskey.
Cessna 18 Lima Whiskey, runway 36, clear touch and go, then make right, close traffic.
Clear touch and go 36, right close traffic, 18 Lima Whiskey. I believe this is not good, dude. Oh, there we go. Oh, I'm like way back here. Probably wonder what the hell I'm doing. On the other hand, they're pretty experienced, so he may know that I had the sun right in my eyes. Probably put 2 and 2 together there. Okay. Pull it up here. Look at notch.
Georgetown Tower, experimental 257 Charlie Hotel, ready for takeoff 36 at Lima, 2 laps, a touch and go and full stop.
Sorry, guys.
Experimental 257 Charlie Hotel, Georgetown Tower, hold short, runway 36, landing traffic.
My fault, buddy.
7 Charlie Hotel, holding short 36.
Would have been timed perfectly if I just came in right.
Georgetown Tower, down the star,
Trim. Jumps.
November 6 Echo Papa, continue down when I'll call you base leg. Traffic short final for a touch and go. Cessna traffic and experimental departing into right close traffic prior to arrival.
We'll continue downwind 6 Echo Papa.
Little puppy.
Experimental 257 Charlie Hotel, Cessna downfield in right close traffic. Make left close traffic, runway 36, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff 36 and left close traffic, 7 Charlie Hotel.
November 6 Echo Papa, right base, your discretion is approved. Runway 36, clear touch and go, then make right close traffic.
Right traffic, right turn, runway 36, clear touch and go. Yes, sir.
don't see any traffic out here. I haven't heard anything on the radio. So we'll probably do one more touch and go, then a full stop. Turn crosswind. With Tim departing, I'll go ahead and just a little tight. Traffic pattern altitude. Lima Whiskey is reporting midfield touch and go 36.
Cessna 18 Lima Whiskey, Diamond Star short final for a touch and go. Base your discretion, number 2, runway 36, cleared touch and go.
Traffic in sight, and number 2, clear touch and go, runway 36, 18 Lima Whiskey.
Terminal 257 Charlie Hotel, continue down when I call your base leg number 3.
7 Charlie Hotel, continue downwind.
Let me know being slow. Shot a little bit, but I was trying to give this guy not have to extend his downwind too much. That's my instructor would say,
Terminal 257 Charlie Hotel, left base your
Stop
discretion,
worrying about
cleared
this stuff.
traffic, sus a short final for a touch and go. Number 2 now, runway 36, cleared touch and go.
Cleared 36, touch and go, 7 Charlie Hotel.
Trim. There. Alright, flaps up. I think we're gonna make this one a full stop. See if I can do a normal approach and not have to worry about trying to keep it short for the guy behind me.
Georgetown Tower, Diamond Star at midfield.
Diamond Star 6 Echo Papa, your number 2 following experimental traffic, half mile final runway 36 for a touch and go.
Okay, let me know when it's okay to turn, sir. I do not see traffic in sight.
Okay, I'll call your base leg, but it's probably just going to be a normal pattern.
Fine, man. Just let me know, sir.
Alright. Turn.
November 6 Echo Papa, right base, your discretion's approved, runway 36, cleared touch and go.
Right base, my discretion, runway 36, thanks, sir.
That must be faster than me or something, I don't know. I mean, I'm in a Cessna 172, so I guess probably most things are faster than me. Here's the experimental on upwind. Warning, Lima Whiskey is midfield 36, full stop.
Number 1, Lima Whiskey traffic, Diamond Star short, final 4-8, touch and go. Right base, your discretion is approved. Number 2, runway 36, clear to land, wind 06 at 4.
Traffic's in sight, number 2, runway 36, clear to land, 1 Lima Whiskey. Oh, even though my instructor would have yelled at me for worrying about spacing there, truth is I get ended up helping. So, and the truth, and also I can use some practice on short approaches. It just would have been better if I was planning it before I went ahead and did it. Move it up here a little bit.
And Tower 526 Echo Papa, just to give you a heads up, you got a little heritage air right down by Delta with a nice 3 points in there too.
Number 6 Echo Papa, roger, left side of the runway?
Yeah, they're on the east side, right in front of the taxiway Delta sign.
Alright, may need to go around depending on where this stuff is. Delta is off of I don't see anything, looks clear to me.
Alright, Georgetown Tower, Diamond Star, it'll be a full stop on this one, sir.
Number 6 Echo Papa, roger.
Oh boy. And 1 Lima Whiskey going to the pumps.
Downwind 36, full stop for me too, please.
Number 257 Charlie Hotel, runway 36, clear to land. There are 3 deer east of runway between taxiways Juliet and Delta. They're in the drainage ditch that's east of the runway.
Say again, location of the deer?
North of midfield, right of runway.
Okay, thanks. I'm Charlie Hotel.
Georgetown Tower, Diamond Star at midfield.
Number 6 Echo Papa, you are number 2 following experimental traffic, left base to a 1 mile final.